Yes, as I told you before, inventions and discoveries is today's topic. We are going to discuss how different has life been from the ancient past to the modern era. Here we have an image about people. So, Betty, could you write in the chat the description on what you see? What you can, well, how can you describe picture number one? All right. Thank you, Betty. All right, Alex, please, could you talk to us about your appreciation?
Okay, I can see very ancient people. I don't know if it's correct to say ancient. Okay, yes, ancient.
Ancient people.
Ancient people. And of course, they don't have all the facilities we have in the modern times. I also can see how say mammoth
A mammoth.
mammoth, which is already extinguished. We know extinguished or
Extinguished.
well, I know that
Or
when it's
extincted.
I know extinguished. Okay,
Extincted.
extincted. Okay, because when they are not extincted but it's in danger, you say they are in danger, right? In danger.
In danger of extinction.
Yeah. Or in I have heard endangered animals, and it is supposed we understand that they are in danger of extinction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not danger. The word is endangered.
Endangered. It was an endangered species.
Right, exactly, endangered. Yeah, yeah. They are using fire as in the old way, using how you say pieces of wood,
Yes.
and caverns or caves. I don't know. Instead of houses, they improvise the houses with, I don't know what it is. Is a cavern or
It's like a cavern, like a cave.
a cave. Yeah. Mm. And the clothes are very different from the ones that we use currently. I don't know where.
It's okay. Thank you very much. All right. You know what? What I can see is that people needed some kind of organization. Here we are, another picture. Of course, this is not a serious picture. This was a scene of a movie picture. Its name was The Caveman, and it was a comic movie. It was starred by Ringo Starr. Here you are, the drummer of the Beatles, Dennis Quaid, and some other actors. But you know what? What attracted my attention was that, as far as we can see, they were collecting some food. This pretended to be an egg. Of course, eggs were not so big, not as big as this is. But, well, it was kind of like that, all right? And of course, they needed, yes, Betty, a very big egg. Okay, they needed certain organization so that they could collect, so that they could hunt, so that they could solve some of their necessities. Alex, what do you think about social organization in those times?
Social organization. Well, you don't mean the question is not about hunting, right? It's about the social living only.
Yeah, society. How society had their first organization to work together and to solve their necessities and problems.
Well, first of all, they don't live isolated. They socialize in groups. I'm telling this because some animals, some species, like the foxes, fox. they organize together, but there are other animals like the orangutans. They want to live by themselves, they by alone. So in the case of humans beings, I think they like to live together. They gather together to solve their problems. I heard that women used to be in charge of the of seeding. How you say when you put a seed in the earth and grow? Uh,
Uh-huh.
uh,
Y-
farm no
Yeah, farming.
farming or something like that. But when you put seeds and you grow
Uh-huh.
tomatoes, potatoes, and things like that,
Yeah, to cultivate, to farm,
to
to
cultivate. Yeah, I heard that the women was in charge of that, and men basically they went to for hunting. Yeah, but I don't know what else.
yeah, so
I,
it's okay, Alex. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
no, no problem.
All right. Yes, they had some roles. Even as society was a very young project, they had some roles like men were hunters and they were protecting their women and children. Uh, Children should be protected, but they should also help to do some household chores. It was their role. And of course, women had a very important role in society because they were the providers of care. But yes, they were organized. So, do you consider, okay, Betty wrote, there was already a boss to get organized in the task mentioned by Alex. Yes, that was another role. There should be a leader. Thank you very much, Betty. Yes, they needed also to have a leader for organizing, for directing, uh, everything to be more effective and efficient. Okay, pretty good. So, you know what? We are going to talk now about what are the differences between life in the past and life at present. Here we go. Ta-da! Look at this. All right. So, Betty, please, could you write what is your appreciation about the differences on the way people lived in the past and how we live in the present? All right. And so, please, Alex, could you talk to us about it? Yes, Alex, a leader. All right. So, please help us writing. You also, Alex, write in the chat. What are the differences between the past and the present? Okay, so Alex wrote, the kind of dressing, houses are built differently. People don't hunt for eating anymore. They purchase food at stores. Hey, excellent, Alex, very good. And you know what? No corrections. Alex, society has more or different rules. Okay, pretty good. Betty, clothing, the way food is made, money, the different social stratus. That's it. Hey, pretty good. Thank you very much. I wanted you to be writing so that we could check some grammar, some spelling, but I see that it's okay. There's no problem. So let's go to another part. Please, could you tell me if you consider that nowadays, we face some dangers? In the past, of course, people were endangered most of the times because they had to run away from animals, from the predators, and from themselves also because they were in constant conflict. All the tribes were fighting for territories, for food, for possessions. But nowadays, do we face any danger? Okay, pretty good. Thank you. Betty wrote, the dangers are different. Now we do not take care of animals, but of other human. Oh, yes, that's it. All right, Alex wrote, you can be killed to be robbed, for instance, or at least injured. Also, you could be kidnapped. You know what? Yes, as Betty said, I totally agree. We are endangered by ourselves, people from people. Okay, Alex wrote, another modern thing is that you can get a disease that before it didn't exist. Aha, that's it. You're right. Some people used to say that they are created illnesses, that they are man made. So, because they are biological weapons. But I don't know, like AIDS. That's it, Alex. Pretty good. All right. Thank you very much. Now, let's talk about something different. All right. Here we go. The question is, in your opinion, what are the most important inventions? Here we are. Of course, we have in here fire, the wheel, the first bicycle, that's wonderful. And the electric bulb. Here we have the WC and the first sun clock. So, Alex, what's your opinion about it? What do you consider that has been a very important invention ever?
Well, for me, the most important is the fire. I think. Well,
Why?
not it's not an invention. It's that they learn how to control it.
Aha, it was a discovery.
Yes, it's the discovery. I think it's important because they they could do many different things since then. It's a how you say a stone? No, it's a parteaguas, but I don't know how to say. There is a word to say parteaguas. I don't remember, but
Mm,
it's a point, a mark, a landmark. I think is the
aha.
word, because they start cooking their own food, and later on they start doing metal weapons, iron weapons, and they apply in many things to the fire. Of course, all the other inventions are important. I agree, but I think that one is that's one of the most important things for me.
That's it. Okay, Betty, could you write your opinion about this? The most important inventions. Yes, you're right, Alex. I think that it has also been many other different inventions, but that one was one of the most important discoveries. And do you think that there have been more important discoveries, not inventions, but discoveries, Alex?
Pardon me, what was the question?
Yep. I asked if you consider that there are more important discoveries, not inventions, but discoveries.
Yeah, the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Later on, in modern times, the subatomic particles,
Aha, that's it.
and in the recent times, the computer. I think.
Yeah, well, but I think that the computer was not a discovery, it was an invention.
Ah, okay, okay. The subatomic particles was very important discovery.
Aha, that's it. Yes, thank you very much. All right, and what about, do you consider that the wheel has been a very important invention?
Yes, it transformed many things in the way people live. They could transport uh, heavy things more easily. They even they started transporting things, but they later on invented the I say like cars, like carriages. So I don't know how to say carretas.
Cartridge.
Cartridge,
Cartridges.
yes.
No, I'm sorry. Carts.
Carts with T, right? With carts,
Yeah, carts.
yes. And well, you know that later in modern times, the wheel and also the gears, which is something like gears but with teeth,
Mm-hmm.
uh, are in every uh, motor or machine, cars, etc. They are used everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. Okay, that's wonderful. And what about the bicycle? Do you consider that bicycle has been a beneficial invention?
Well, I guess so because it's been used for a long time, and it's getting more and a modern version. But the basic functionality, the basic design is stays there. Is is a wheel or two or even three, but
Uh-huh. Yeah,
but it's the same purpose.
yeah, that's it. And well, I think that it has not only been considered like transportation, I mean, not transportation, but also nowadays we have considered it like um, an exercise apparatus. It's beneficial for health. It's green. It's a green mean of transportation, sustainable. All right, I think.
Yes.
uh,
Yes, I agree with that.
you know what? I remember time ago. I like to ride my bicycle everywhere I go, and even I was working in a school that was considerably far away from home. But guess what? It was a little complicated and a little dangerous to go by there. If I wanted to go by bicycle to ride my bicycle to there, but anyway, I could go faster and I could be
But
at work if
okay,
I
okay,
went by bicycle that if I wanted to go by at public transportation because of the traffic.
okay.
Yeah, for me it was more beneficial, and even I could do exercise. It was not producing any pollution. So I think it was wonderful.
Yes.
And what's your
I,
opinion about it?
well, as to green machine or green resource, I agree with you. Actually, I have heard that some countries in Europe promote a lot the use of bicycles. I think I don't know if you say Holland or Holland, Netherlands. I don't know. Netherlands is a country in the north of Europe. They use a lot of bicycles. Also in some parts of France.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, I turned my microphone off because of the noise I told
Yes,
you before. But yes,
yes.
you're right, Netherlands. And
Netherlands. Okay.
I
Uh, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I have heard that in Netherlands, for any person that exists there, there are free bicycles. So it is strongly promoted over there.
Yes. And I used to ride a bicycle in Sonora. That was the state I was born and I grew up. Sonora. I'm from the north. Actually, I live in Toluca right now, but I'm from the north.
Hey,
And
great.
and over there, I could ride a bicycle many years. There is a bad part in big cities like the one I live here now in Toluca. It's a lot of traffic and it's very dangerous to ride the bicycle.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, so
Nevertheless, sorry.
yeah, you know what? I think that it is because there is not the culture of protecting and respecting um, uh, people who ride a bicycle, and even there's no infrastructure because there are no special places like in Mexico City for people who ride a bicycle.
Yes, Mexico City is advancing a lot in this area. Toluca has started in this about 2 years ago. Since about 2 years ago, they have some special, how do you say, paths or ways, small, narrow ways. How do you say that?
Like walks,
Yes, box or
some
lanes.
lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, lane is for cars, right?
Well,
And they
well,
already,
biking spaces.
mhm. They started doing that in downtown, but it's very small area. It's not
Mhm.
like in Mexico. It's very dangerous to go to work in bicycles and also in motorcycle.
By bicycle or by motorcycle.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
And it's a pity because I think that those are some means of transportations that can, I'm sorry, that can make life easier. Not only because of of the advantage that they have because of they don't pollute as much as cars, but also because it is healthy for people, and it can dramatically reduce the traffic in the cities and pollution, of course.
Yes, I agree.
All right, thank you very much, Alex. So, what do you think about the invention of the electric bulb?
That's a wonderful invention too. I think if I remember well, it's about from Edison, Thomas Thomas A.
Uh,
Edison.
Thomas Edison.
Yes, and he tried hundreds of times to do one light bulb, until he got it, and this invention. I don't remember a competitor of himself of Thomas.
Mhm.
Actually, it's a name of a modern car now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to tell you. I heard that gossip. I thought, I don't know if it is an urban legend, but I have heard that Nikola Tesla was,
Exactly, Tesla.
yeah, he was the original inventor of the electric bulb. But Nikola Tesla was said to be a student who was working with Edison in most of his inventions and discoveries. I heard that Thomas Alva Edison had a workshop, a laboratory, and in
Yes.
that laboratory he worked with some of his best students, but he paid them for the inventions and he registered all of them like his. I don't know if it is true, but well, yeah, some people say that the original inventor of the electric bulb was Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, I heard that too. It is probably true. But I heard that it was like rivals,
Rivals.
competitors, and Tesla has a different approach, and it was better even. And Edison Edison did something wrong against him, and he got the credits for for his invention. But yeah, Tesla was very good, and that's what I heard too.
Yeah, and I heard that Nikola Tesla died in misery.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that it is something so unfair. But anyway, we don't know if it is true uh, or they were just rumors.
Yeah, we do know.
Well, but anyway, it was a very good idea to invent
Yes,
something like that.
yes, that changed a lot of way of living to people again. Yeah, they didn't need to use the fire to light up houses and things like that.
That's it. That was wonderful. You know what? I think that sometimes we don't appreciate very much electricity, but when it doesn't work, my goodness, we are in distress.
Yes, when we have blackouts,
You know what?
yeah,
Yes.
when we will have blackouts at home, we scream, and we have blackouts at work, again we scream.
Yeah, that's it. And
But
even
when yes,
yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, we appreciate it only when it's gone.
That's it, like everything. And you know what? Another invention that I consider so important and well that we really appreciate is internet.
Yes.
Where I remember that time ago, we used to look for some courses for everything. And there were some books for making some things. I remember that the Selecciones Reader Digest began editing some books that were said, hágalo usted mismo, just do it yourself.
Hmm.
Nowadays, if you want to learn how to do something, there are many tutorials in YouTube. So it is not necessary for you to go to a school for learning how to make a chair, or to go to a cooking course for learning how to prepare tamales. So you
Yes.
can find it easily, find it in the internet, not only the recipe, but also the video, the tutorial video with all of the directions. So graphic. So I
Yes.
think that's wonderful.
Yes. It's a fast source of knowledge.
Aha, that's it. All
Yes,
right.
it's a great invention. Well, this is an evolution of computer facilities, or computers. How you say evolution?
Ah, that's it, the evolution. Excellent. All right. Betty, don't worry. We saw that you were suddenly not in the class, and I thought that you felt sick or something like that. But it's okay. The Wi-Fi, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Guess what? We were saying that the importance of electricity and the importance of the Wi-Fi, and that's it. So you lost communication because the light failed working. So yes, sometimes we don't appreciate so much all of those inventions, all of those services, but whenever they are gone, my goodness, that's the stress. Okay, don't worry, Betty. Okay, so Betty, could you write your idea about, well, what's your opinion about the invention of electricity and internet? Maybe, aha, yes, and the Wi-Fi is fantastic. No more cable. Yes, that's it. All right. So, you know what? I would like to talk to you about this invention. What about the sun clock and its evolution? Alex, what's your idea about the clock?
You mean in general the clock or the sun clock?
No, in general, the clock. Clocks in general.
Well, probably it didn't revolution, I say revolution,
Uh,
or changed
yeah, that's it.
changed the life very drastically to people. It was just a way of measure the time. But besides measuring the time, I think they could synchronize the activities between each other so they could organize better. And I think it improved the way we work together only, synchronizing ourselves. It was important invention too, but I, I, I simply think that other inventions were more important.
Aha, that's it. But you know what? I think that it it has been part of our lives because now it rules everything. By the clock, you know what time you eat, what time you go to bed, what time you talk to your friends, what time you are at class. So in a sense, it has organized and it has ruled our lives.
Yes, I agree.
All
But
right. Yes.
the alarm goes off, and you need to wake up.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You know what? Sometimes I think that the alarm clock is a blessing because it can prevent you from being late at work or at class or with any other engagements. But
Yes,
I really hate it. Whenever I am so deeply sleeping, suddenly it sounds and it interrupts my dreaming. So I
yes,
think it is mean. I don't like, but it's necessary.
yes. I hate it too, but I need to put 2 or 3 alarms because when I how say put off or
Would I put off?
the alarm, I fall asleep again.
Yes, that's it.
And they need to be in different places because
Yeah,
if I put it in my bedroom, I will turn it off, all of them, and I will go to sleep.
yeah, that's it. But you know what? It happened to my son something so funny. Okay, let me check what Betty wrote. She wrote the clock allowed us to measure the times used for different jobs, to know what is dedicated more time, uh, or what is more important. It governs us for everything. Yes, you're right. That's what we were talking about. You know what? As what I was going to tell you is that time ago, my son, no, it was my brother, even it was my brother. He used to have a very noisy alarm clock. And the sound of the alarm clock was kind of like, I don't know if you remember the electric radio clocks that we were using time ago, and the alarm sound was really noisy and really disgusting. I
Yeah.
remember that my brother used to have one of those alarm radio clocks, and it sounded so noisy that I could hear it from my bedroom. Uh, But my brother used to be so scared whenever the alarm clock started sounding, and so he was diagnosed with stress. And so the doctor told him that he needed to put the alarm off, to use another one, something different, because he was suffering. He was having some psychological damages because of the alarm clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah,
because it was so violent, the way he woke up every day.
I used to have one of those. Maybe similar or different, but it has a radio capability and also some red numbers, big red numbers in the front.
Aha.
I think it's similar. You can see those in old movies, in American movies. Those
Yeah.
kind of those kind of clocks. Yes, it sounds very badly, but you could select that it turns on the radio instead of the alarm. You know, it turns on the radio and in any station that you decide.
Aha.
Yeah.
Maybe my brother didn't know that, but waking up was every day so violent.
I didn't know that at the beginning, but I found out later, and I could switch it to a radio instead of alarm.
Yeah, because it was horrible. It was really terrible.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so what can you say, Betty? Also, what can you say about the WC? Here we have this invention. The WC is not this basin, is this tank. But what about its invention? What's your opinion about it? Well, Betty, please write, and Alex, please tell me. What do you think about the invention of the WC?
Well, you said the WC is the tank, right?
Aha, that's
Or,
it.
are you asking me about everything, the whole thing? The
Well,
base.
yes, yes, the whole thing.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it that it was the tank. Yes, you're right, but this word close, right? The meaning.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know what? I think that it was a very good invention, but I thought that it was necessary and that it was for humans' health.
Mm-hmm.
But my opinion changed when I talked with a person who was living in China. And he told me that in China, people don't have this kind of device. Well, we call it device, but they have a hole on the floor, and they have a system that pushes everything with water, and cleans it, but they don't have the basin. So
I know what. I know why.
why?
Well, I have heard there is an ergonomic situation, right? Because this is not unhealthy. The one we use in America, the position they use in Japan or China, where you
In
China,
China.
that position is supposed to be healthier for this action. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I also heard, because even here in Occident, in the Occident part of the world, there have been invented some benches so that we can have a better position. So Chinese people were not so far from the truth. So maybe the ones who were out of place were we, because the position we are in whenever we go to the bathroom is not the most correct for helping our body to dispose all of those material that we don't need anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
but what do they use the Chinese people? Is a whole, but I believe they have a mechanism
uh-huh.
to fluid to how say to flush
To flush, that's it, that's the word.
the material, right? Water flush or something anyway,
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's it.
or it's just a hole.
No, it's the system for flushing
Oh,
uh,
okay,
to the
they push
hole,
they push a button a
or
button or
or a
something like that.
lever maybe.
Okay, okay.
That's
Uh,
it.
yeah, I think it's good because you need the good part of both of those inventions, whatever you select, is like you said, is a healthier way of doing this. Because when I was little, I used to have those kind of devices to made of wood,
Uh-huh.
and they kept just a big hole and put tape goods. I don't know how to explain the the device, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, I understand you. We call it into Spanish like letrina.
letrina, right? Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's it. And even in some places, they are also used nowadays. And
Mm.
well, that it is a way that people can cover their necessities. But I think that the best is Chinese invention, the hole and the disposer for flushing.
Okay.
Well, that's my opinion. All right, let's check what Betty wrote. She said, it's very appreciated. My grandmother told me what it was like when she was little, that she did not have that service in all the houses, and I appreciate her existence very much. I am a scout and I have had no baths in some camps, and it's very strange to dig a hole and then covering. It's not so hygienic. Oh yes, Betty. So you have to latrine. Yes, Alex. Thank you. Yes, you have to dig a hole. Oh my. All right. So let's do this. Now let's go to the last part of this session. Here we are. Ta-da! Hey, don't go. Okay. We are going to talk now about machines and how they have contributed to make life easier. What's your opinion about machines? Have they been helpful? For example, here we have the washing machine and the dishwasher. In my opinion, dishwasher is not as helpful. You can do more more actions, more things. It is hard work to clean the dishes, to wash the dishes by the dishwasher, than if you done it by hand in the traditional way. But all right, mm, maybe I'm wrong. What's your opinion?
About the washing machine, the dishwasher.
Yeah, about the dishwasher.
But I think well, my wife put me, or how you say, put me, or
Ask me.
ask me to wash the dishes every day, and I think it's easier than doing it by hand with a machine. I've never thought about the machine. Probably it will be only helpful for big restaurants or something like that. They when where they watch us a lot of dishes, a big quantity of dishes and glasses and things like that.
It may be, but I'm not very sure about it because you know what? When I was a little girl in my house, there was a dishwasher. My father bought it for my mother as a present. But my mother, when she learned very well how to use it, she got really angry. She said, "No, I don't want that machine anymore. Sell it, please." And my father was very angry because it was really expensive. But guess what? The procedure was really hard. It was time consuming, and there was more work because first of all, you have to clean the dishes so that they don't contain any waste, any leftovers of food. Because if you put them with all of that material, then the pipes of the dishwasher can be stuck, so you have to clean them before. Later on, you have to have a connection, a water connection for the washing machine, so it can be provided by water. And it can be also connected to an electric source so that it can not only turn on, but also to heat the water in. Later on, you have to put the dishes in a special way so that the water can flow in the between the dishes,
Okay.
and they can be washed. Later on, you need special soap, and it is really expensive. The special soap has the intention that it doesn't contain any substances that can create or produce calcium into the pipes of the dishwasher, and it can be stuck. And later on, whenever the 40 minutes later, when the dishwasher finishes its procedure, then you have to wait for
The
the dish,
drying.
yeah, for the drain, and later on the dishes to be cold, because as they were washed with cold water, with hot water, I mean, they are hot also. So you have to wait for them to be cold. Later on, you have to polish them with a mop because they are opacious. And so it's a lot of work,
What
really
is opacious? Opacious?
opacious. Yes, they are not brilliant.
Ah, okay.
And
Okay.
so it is necessary to mop them, to polish them with a mop. So it's a lot of work. So my mother was so angry that she said, "No, please take it from home, take it out. I don't want that machine to be here. I won't use it anymore." And so my father was so angry. But anyway, she was right. It was very difficult to use the washing machine.
Does it have a section to dry them up? To get it dry?
Aha,
Not wet, dry.
yeah, dry.
Yes.
Yeah, well, not to dry because they were dry, to mop them, to polish, to make them be brilliant again.
Okay. Opaque. Okay. Dull, opaque. Okay.
Dull, that's it, opaque. Thank you, Alex. All right. So, you know what? Betty wrote, they make our lives easier, but the dishwasher is not my favorite. You see, we coincide. I think they are still dirty, and I think we should teach them to do things without machines, as we learned. When they didn't have liked not to have any machine, they do not know how to do anything. Aha, yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you. Yes, Betty. All right. So, well, that was my experience with the dishwasher.
Yeah, I've never heard about it. I've never seen any either. Uh, I have heard that people at the States uh, like a lot of these kind of machines. Uh, there is a cousin of my wife. How you say? Prima,
Uh-huh. My
prima,
wife's cousin.
my wife cousin. It's prima, right?
Yeah.
Has those kind of machines, and also when she goes there, my wife tried to throw away the waste, like bones or peelings of foods, of fruits, well, every kind of waste.
Uh-huh.
And her cousin said, no, 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 we don't throw those waste, those kind of waste in the garbage can. What we do is to put it here in the, how do we say, when the water goes away,
The pipe.
the pipe, but it is like a pipe, but it has a machine in there, inside there.
Uh,
Then they make little paste pieces of the waste.
oh my, I don't remember even into Spanish how to say that. It's like triturador.
Yes, something like that. Uh-huh. So they don't they don't need to save that waste of food. They just dis, disregard it, how to say, discharge the contents through the pipes.
Uh-huh.
It's a green grinder, right?
Grinder. Grinder.
Or grinder, something like that.
Uh-huh. Like, well, grinder can be also a molino.
Molino,
Grinder.
right?
Yes, that's
Yes.
it. Well, that's a grinder.
Or blend. Well, blender is like licuadora, right? Blend.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's a grinder, I guess.
Or
Oh my.
or shredder or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I think that there's also something that I would like to use at home that is the biodigester that converts all of the waste of food into gas.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I
I heard about that invention.
yeah, I think that it could be very useful.
Yes.
Of course, you have to have a really lot of waste
Material.
of material, yes, so that you can have the provision, the necessary provision for your stove or for your boiler, for example.
Yes.
But I think that in any way it is useful.
Yes. There is a similar invention. I saw in the internet that you convert your vegetable waste or things like that into material for plants. What you put in plants to make it grow faster. How do you say that?
Yeah, they are. Um, well, it is helpful.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, that's excellent.
Hmm.
Well, though they are very good inventions. They are very useful ones and very interesting also. Not only useful but also interesting.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? I we could be talking for a long time about this interesting topic, but unfortunately, we have finished today's session. So I don't know if you want to ask any question or to say any comment. No?
No, it was a very interesting topic.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right. So, thank you very much for your attention and for your attendance, and meet you next class. Have a very good night.
You too, teacher. It was a nice class.
Thank you very much. Likewise, you are very good students.
Yeah.
And Betty, we hope that you get better soon. You really sounded so sick. Take care, please. All right. Have a very good night.
Okay, good night. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you on Monday or Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you. You will be very good with your classmates also.
Okay, it would be the worst.
No, you are very good. You're really good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a very good night.